This is the plaintiff, Rochelle LeConte. She says the defendant, her former friend, owes her money for a car rental charge incurred on a car she rented for her in her time of need. She just wants the money the ungrateful defendant owes her so they can go on with their lives and never see one another again. She's suing for $4,157. Email her. This is the defendant, Monique Bangura. She says her former friend, the plaintiff, has simply lost her mind. That's right, she's gone loco crazy because the woman crashed a rental car she had no business driving in the first place, left it in the shop without paying for it to be repaired, and now has one hefty rental bill to pay for. Why the woman thinks she is somehow responsible and would ever pay her the money she's suing for is anyone's guess. Bottom line, the plaintiff got herself into this mess and will have to get herself out of it. She's accused of failing a friend. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,500 for car repairs, lost wages, and pain and suffering.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Rochelle LeConte?
Rochelle?
LeConte?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing Monique Bangura. Are you quite done with the hair flipping and the, are you done or you want to, I'm going to let you get that out of your system and then tell me when we can conduct this like a court of law.
I'm done. I just had to take off my glasses.
You did? You had to take off your glasses before you sauntered in here strutting your stuff like that, like this is a joke, because this is not a joke. My time is valuable.
Okay, and I greatly appreciate that.
Let's just be straight on that. All right, Rochelle LeConte, you're suing Monique Bangura for $4,157 in charges from Thrifty because the car got crashed, was rented for a long time, and bills got racked up, and somehow you were saying, you keep your lips sealed until I ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
We have an order that we proceed by. Okay? Figure out a way to conduct yourself professionally because my patience is thin today, in case you haven't noticed.
Yes.
Let's try that again. You are suing her for $4,157 that you say she owes her from some arrangement you two had on a rental car. She is counterclaiming against you. Let's see here. Let's change minutes ago to $2,500 for money she gave you towards this problem that she now wants back, $500 in lost wages and $1,400 for pain and suffering. What is going on?
Okay.
Do not look at her. Look at me. Go ahead.
On May 22nd, the defendant called me and asked me to rent a car for her. She stated to me that during that time, her driver's license was in the mail and she really needed this rental. This is not a person that I've met yesterday. I've known her since we were kids. She said, I'm going to put $550 in your account. She did deposit that into my account.
And the plan was that she would rent the car for how long?
From May 22nd until May 29th.
And then on May 29th, the car was supposed to be returned.
Yes.
So she returns the car to you.
No, she calls me and she told me that she needed it for just a couple of more days because she was going to California. I said, okay, so that was on June 8th.
Okay, did she pay for using the car between?
Yes, she did. That was within.
So on June 8th, she gives you the car.
Yes, June 8th, we drive to Newark Airport because she was going to California.
So your business with her is done, and what happens?
So then, because my father passed away and I wanted to put flowers on his grave, I took the car, and that's where the first picture comes in. That's where I hit it. I immediately call her.
I'm sorry. You hit the car.
Yes, I hit the car.
You damaged the car.
Yes, I damaged the car.
Do you have a picture of the damaged car?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have. This is where
that's a lovely. Thank you for putting it together for me. Let me.
That's where
nobody ever says that. They just hand me their phone, their little pixie phone with a 1-inch picture. Okay, so that's the gas station where you crashed. Okay.
Yes.
And this is what you. The damage to the car?
Correct.
Okay. And then what happened?
I immediately called her. I told her, I apologize. I was like, you know what? I hit the car.
Why are you apologizing to her? The car's rented in your name.
No, because I rented it with her. I was just like, I'm so sorry. I hit the car. So on the next morning, I went to the Thrifty and I told them, you know, I hit the car. And they told me that she took the insurance off the car.
What do you mean she took the insurance off?
Because
Who signed the contract with Thrifty?
I signed the contract.
So she can't sign the contract with Thrifty. How is she, a complete stranger to the contract, able to walk in there and take off insurance that was previously there?
Yeah, I thought that she was an authorized user. I didn't know that she wasn't an authorized user.
No, I want to know how Thrifty lets her do it. This isn't making sense. Something's missing. I need to see something specific that is on the contract. You're the person signing the contract, so I need to know, did you take because they make you take the pen, right?
Yes.
And then make you put your initials in the little box saying you waived it, right? Does anybody have that paper?
No.
You do not have it. Do you have it?
No, they said I did not. I did not waive it.
I guess in the end, there was no insurance on the car, so somebody waived it, and you're the person who signed those documents, right?
Okay.
Okay, so go on. What happened?
So
For $7.
Thrifty told me that if I bring in the car, it's going to cost $1,162.32.
A quarter of what it ended up costing in the end of this.
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
And I called her and I said, you know what? I'm going to give them the car. She said, why did you bring the car back? I said, because I hid it. And she said, she was like, you could have brought it to my friend and he could have fixed the car. She told me to bring the car to the Bronx. I said, okay. So I take the car to Connor Street. And I said, where in Connor Street? She said, it's going to be an auto repair shop. So I put it into one of the navigation systems on the phone.
She tells you about an auto repair shop.
Correct.
Who
Where
are
her friend is.
who she's friends with.
Correct. So once I get there, I couldn't figure out, because it said you have arrived, but it showed me that I was right in front of the Dunkin' Donuts. So I parked the car, I call her, I'm just like, where is this place? Because I'm not sure which one. There's a whole bunch of auto body shops.
Have a seat. Maybe that'll stop you.
She said, stay right there. I'm going to call him and then he's going to come over to me so he could come pick up the car. I said, not a problem. So I waited there. He came over and
so you have no idea who you're handing Thrifty's car to? You just hand him the car.
I made a lot of mistakes.
Oh, you think? And so you meet him where? At the Dunkin' Donuts? You just hand over the keys to the vehicle to a stranger?
He introduced himself. I can't remember his name.
Did you get his ID?
No, I did not.
You didn't ask him where he was taking the car to?
No, he told me that he was bringing it back to the Bronx. He did tell me that.
Where in the Bronx?
To the auto body shop, because it was...
What auto body shop?
It was, because it was 2 on that block. And there was a...
Did he give you the name to the auto body shop?
No.
Okay,
yes,
go on.
I know. So when I extended the reservation on the car, that was on June 13th. I texted the defendant and I said, hey, how are you doing? Did you get an update about the vehicle? And she didn't tell me anything. I kept calling her. And
what day did you give the car to
that was on
the mystery man?
This was on June 9th.
June 9th.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
On June 13th, because that was the day that
4 days later,
correct.
What happens?
I texted the defendant and I told her, are we bringing the car back today? Give me an update. And she didn't tell me. So that's where all the text messages comes in. I continuously ask her, where's the car? Where's the car? Give me your friend's number. Where's the car? Where's the car? She did not tell me until June 18th. She finally said that the car was in the shop.
5 days later, she says the car's in the shop. That's
After
it.
And
you have been sending her texts asking
Yes.
her what shop, what shop.
Yes.
Do you have the text?
Yes, ma'am. I printed it out here and I also have text messages on the phone.
Let me see it on the phone. I prefer to see it on the
Okay.
phone. So she says that, and then do you say where? Is it in the shop? How do you figure out where your car is?
I asked her, how much do I owe him? She didn't respond. So on the 21st, we had a blow up argument on text messages. I'm just like, listen, you're not answering simple questions. Just tell me. I'll pick it up myself. I was
yeah,
like,
maybe.
I was like, you could give me the phone number to the guy, give me his name, tell me what garage. And
But why is she responsible to get your car fixed when you crashed?
No, I told her.
Right, that's why I don't understand why you didn't take more responsibility and follow with the guy, go to the shop, drop the car off at the shop instead of at Dunkin' Donuts. You don't even know who this guy is. And then you can't reach her because she's where?
No, she was in LA.
Okay,
And
so you can't reach her and she's being a jerk and a bad friend by not getting back to you. So how do you finally figure out where the car is and when?
I finally found, because she told me on the 30th that
all that time
yes, she tells me that he never even started the fixing the repairs because I didn't put a $250 deposit.
But wait, the guy was in front of you. Why didn't you just give it to him then?
She never told me everything.
What a shit. She's in LA.
No.
Doing this. Okay, so why aren't you talking to the guy? See, if it was me, number one, I have insurance, so I wouldn't have a problem. Number two, if I didn't have insurance, it wouldn't be a problem because I wouldn't have waived insurance. Number three, if I decide that I'm going to get it fixed on my own because it'll be cheaper, I go to take it fixed. And then I hustle and stay on top of the guy because every day I'm paying another late fee, another rental. You didn't get the guy's name and phone number and so the whole thing ends up taking a month. And that's the charges from Thrifty is the rental. And you want her to pay for it and I'm at a loss.
Because honestly, I know where I was wrong. I just trusted her.
Where was she wrong?
She just didn't tell me.
Tell you what?
That the phone number of the guy and where it was.
Okay, stand up here, please.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, does it sound like she's responsible for this accident?
It sounds like she's responsible for the accident. Like she's trying to get the car fixed without the insurance.
Yeah, why go? I mean, you go to Dunkin' Donuts with some guy you don't even know and tell him fix the car. Does that make it sound like she's the one on the hook?
It sounds like maybe she was hungry for some coffee and donuts.
Yeah, well, I'm not buying that. Going inside the courtroom.
Why aren't you answering her text from LA and telling her who it is that you had hooked her up with there?
My phone was stolen at a bar or whatever. And I got back to her in prompt time. Like, I would never imagine that she would just drop me off at the airport and she's supposed to take the car right back that I paid for. And she crashes into a pole.
Like, there's no question about that. That she kept the car, she used it, and then she crashed it. All that is on her. What she's saying is that you told her who to go to, and then she tries reaching out to you and can't get information from you, so all this extra time and expense is on you. That's what she's saying.
He said the reason why I did not start working on the car because she did not give me a deposit. That's exactly what his words were.
When you came home, which was what day?
I came home on the 25th. I stayed from June. I stayed almost 2 weeks.
And then when you come home on the 25th, what do you do?
Okay, this is what happened. I got so upset because that's my friend and I always have her back. I was like, why wouldn't you start working on the car? And he was just like, she didn't leave me any money. So I cursed him out. And he brought it to the auto body shop next door and they started working on it. And I gave them $250.
All right. And then those people took how long to fix it? 2 weeks?
I don't remember how long they took because I went away. It was my birthday weekend.
What are you, again, you went away. Okay. What is it? Do you work?
Yes, I do.
What do you do?
I work at home for an accountant.
Okay. So what is the amount you're suing for? I start with 4157 because what? Where will I see that that's what Thrifty charged you? In the long one?
No, I also added pain and suffering. That's why I came up to $4,000 and...
Okay. So you want her to pay for the extended rental to repair the car that you crashed. Why should she pay for that?
She refused to give me the car. She refused.
You gave the car to someone to fix and didn't bother to figure out where the guy worked.
Yes. When I called her, she did.
You have a counterclaim against her for $600 for the car repair, $500 for lost wages, and $1,400 in pain and suffering. Explain.
I want the money back I fixed the car for her. She didn't give me a dime to fix the car. I fixed the car, so I would like
Wait, that was back. The whole charge for fixing the car was the $600?
Was $600.
And you paid it?
I paid it.
Why did you pay it?
Because that's my friend. I love her. I've always been in a better financial standing than her. So I was like, maybe she might not have it at the moment, so I should pay it. Honestly, I was really grateful for her for even renting the car, and I thank you so much
we're
for
done.
renting the car.
All right, wonderful. I think you two should stay away from each other. That's my personal opinion. Give her her phone back. Let's go over your complaint against her first.
Yes.
You want her to pay the extra charges for a car rental that happened because you took the car to a place to get fixed and didn't get the guy's name, didn't get the name of the place, couldn't find the place, and you want somebody else to eat that. If you had not waived the insurance, we also wouldn't be here. So you have zero case against her. You do not get to give somebody a gift of $600 and then get mad that they sue you and then get it paid back to you.
It was never a gift. It was because the car had to be returned.
Why did you pay for it? Because I have so much money and
no,
I'm
I don't have any money.
I love her.
I love my friend.
You do not get
but
to
it was
sue.
not a gift.
Okay, stop your yakking. Okay, you do not get to ask for $1,400 for pain and suffering for this case, because this isn't a pain and suffering kind of case. And how are you $500 lost wages? Can you prove your income?
Yes, I can.
I need to see your pay stub so that I can see how you lost $500 by being
So can I
today.
get my pay stub
No, it's
faxed
now.
over to you? I don't have, like, how can I just have a pay stub on hand, like, for right now? And it's
No,
not even
here's
pay
how it
period.
would work. When
Let
you
me
filed
know.
your lawsuit, you would figure out how to prove your lawsuit. That's how it would work.
Yes.
So on your counterclaim against her, 0. And on your claim against her, 0 as well. That's my judgment.
Well, the plaintiff's argument that it's the defendant's fault doesn't work out in court. What's your reaction to what you just
I
heard?
mean, it's disappointing, but if the judge see it in a legal standpoint that, you know what, I was wrong, then I'll just be an adult and pay for it.
Okay, that sounds good. What about the I love her coming from her toward you?
That's not love. This could have been resolved. I mean, we were talking, we
Are
were
you two still friends?
No, we're not. It's unfortunate.
Okay, all right, right down this way. And this is your chance to come out and give your final thoughts on the situation.
Well, you see what happened. I was nice and I gave a donation to charity, I guess, by paying the $600. And I could just pat myself on the shoulder for that. And that's about it. I'm not mad. I'm not $600. I gave it to a good friend that I love.
You still love?
Yes, you know, God says forgiveness is everything. So I still love her.
Okay. Harvey?
You know, FYI, before you buy insurance on a rental car, you should check your existing car insurance policy to see if it covers rental, because sometimes it's a scam when they get you to buy additional insurance. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.